Good morning from, can you guess it? Orlando today! Yay! It is time for Utopia of the Seas finally. I have been really wanting to get on the ship, but today is the day. So it is cruise day here in Orlando. I stayed at the Hampton Inn on Gateway. I've just stayed here quite a few times, so just look back and past things. I haven't done a room tour or anything like that. But I am Holly D with hollydtravelingaftertransplant, and it is officially cruise day. It is a beautiful day here in Orlando. You can see the sunshine. But I'm getting on Utopia of the Sea for a quick weekend trip. It is a 3-day, and it will go to Nassau and Coco Cay. A little bit different this time is Mama D and Papa D are already on the ship. They got on Monday, and then I and a couple friends are getting on today. So Mama and Papa D get the back-to-back, and we just get the weekend. But we didn't really know if this trip was going to happen. I will do a disclaimer. I've been really sick the last few weeks, so we didn't know, but I am here. I am ready, and I cannot wait to continue to make those memories and not dreams and live every day as a gift, because that's what it is, thanks to my heart donor. So let's go get some breakfast before we use GoPort to head to the port. All right, sorry for the blower noise, but we're running out of time, and we are here waiting for GoPort. We got Jeremy and Bert. They're back! So waiting for GoPort so that we can head out to the port to get on Utopia. Let's go. All right, we have all made it through security and we passed, and they didn't take anything from us. Okay, so on to the ship. All right, we are nearing my favorite aisle. And this is a pretty steep incline on this one, I do have to say. It's pretty steep. This is a little incline. But here we go. First steps onto Utopia. Yay! We made it! We found Mama D and Papa D. We also got our cups for the drink package. All right, let's get this cruise started. All right, I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of disruptions, but we had to get some food because you can't live on drinks alone. But we have decided to come up to the Solarium Bistro. It is the Embarkation lunch. They have the station. I can guarantee you that they do have the lobster tail because Bert has already chowed down on one. So here he goes, but I will show you what they have here on Embarkation for lunch. Pasta, kind of like make your own it, put the sauce on. And then we have the desserts. Oh, they do have the Oreo cheesecake. Yay! And then it's the soup and salad bar. Kind of a make your own Asian. It smells really good in here. And then here's more of like the salad-y bar kind of stuff. The shrimp cocktail and ceviche. And then again, it's just on Embarkation lunch. Bert's getting more lobster and shrimp, it looks like. So again, this is in the solarium. It's a little less crowded. That's why we picked it. Alright, so we got done eating some of our lunch. And this is Royal Mega Ship on Embarkation Day. Like, look at the line of kids waiting to go down on that slide. But what really cracks me up is the lifeguard in a rain jacket. But it is totally packed with hardly any seats. It's hot and sunny. Bring on the cruise. Alright, there's my lifeguard in the rain jacket. It just looks so funny. But that bucket does dump on him, so I can see why. But then there's also the ice cream line. They do not let you serve it yourself here. And all back there is the line. All there for an ice cream cone. Alright, so we're exploring just around the ship here. They do have the flow rider back here. But then what Bert and I are really wanting is the zip line. We found it. But it's a whole big area back here. The mini golf is back there, and then the abyss slide is also here. So a lot of stuff up here. Mama and Papa D hadn't been up here, so they were like, where are you taking us? We found it all. So. Y'all know what time this means it is. Ding dongs on the bing bongs. And it's officially a cruise. See you around the ship. Alright, so before we get ready to head out of port and all that, we are looking at the casinos. This is the non-smoking casino. It has a door that's closed until you walk in front of it. So I don't think it's closed. You can still walk in. They have a few things in here. And they must have the blackjack tournament in here because Dad's saying his seat. So kind of small, but I can breathe in here and not get all stuffed up. So bonus points. Right, so this is the Crown Club, which after today I can get in. But it's diamond and above, but I turned diamond today. So here it is. They'll have like continental breakfast and things over there, and snacks.
They have a concierge here at the desk to help you.
Yep. With dining
reservations
and stuff.
or anything like that.
But this is actually pretty big. So, but it's right next door to the non-smoking casino. All right, so here we are in the main casino now. Still not open, so I can show you around. But when you enter off of the gallery, like the art gallery side, this is the non-smoking side. So there's quite a few machines in here. I'm not tall, so I can't show you over the machines. But they have the machines and the cashier, which is so important to have on the non-smoking side. Some table games. And then over across the barway is the actual smoking side. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid people as much as I can. So we have the bar. Very nice size. I like that it's kind of like round and open. And as soon as I crossed over, like halfway through the bar, you can definitely smell it over here. But again, it's not horrible. And it seems like there's some ventilation, but then there is the smoking side. So pretty big. I do like how much space is in between the machines. Like there's actually like walkways and stuff so that you aren't bumping everybody. And the most important thing, they have backs on the seats. Oh, they finally took my suggestion and got rid of the stools for the most part. You gotta have backs on seats if you want me to sit and play very long. Alright, so I'm up at the sail away party. You probably can't hear me, but here we go.
It doesn't matter if you are inside the boat. You can never learn. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Keep, keep, keep.
And now, time for dinner. It's the standard welcome aboard menu. The bread basket, tomato soup, escargot, shrimp cocktail, and the crab cake. I also had the fried chicken with corn.
Break it down like I gotta bag it up. I like the way you work. No diggity. I gotta feel. I like the way you work. No diggity. So you think you can stole me and spread a my eye? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Well,
Alright, so here Bert and Jimmy and I are on the floating bar. It goes and it starts down on the promenade and then goes all the way up to deck 8. It goes really kind of slow, but like we're already at 1 floor. It takes 20 minutes. Here we are. Mama D and Papa D are over there if you can see them. But here we are. Yay!
To the window and
you know I love
inside.
it.
I can hardly
Alice.
believe my eyes as the limousine pulled out. Now it says drive, we're almost there. Oh, I don't know why she's leaving or where she's gonna go. I guess she's got her reasons. I just don't want it. I jumped out the ride, said what's up. Some brothers pull some gas, so I said I'm stuck. Since these girls peeping me, I'm a glad it's worth these hookers again.
We did make it one day, but we are now on day 2 by 15 minutes.
But then I know it's growing.
Y'all, it's not fair.
Makes a noise.
They're playing it.
She was going after all. You're my Wonderwall. Whoa, ready? And whoa, sweet. Only sing if you're getting laid tonight. Oh.
All right, y'all. Close the piano bar down, and now we're at my favorite. They are doing the club here in Studio B, so there's a lot bigger dance floor. Let's see how it goes. Fun here with me. Everybody else looking back. Still quite a few people here. All right, they just called last call here at the club. There's still quite a few people here. I have to say, the bird night made it. So, it's been pretty good. I will say the floor is super sticky, so don't wear your good shoes. But it's nice, and we can have our drinks on the dance floor. Probably why the floor is all sticky. See you around the tip. Good night from Utopia of the Seas. I am absolutely shocked that I've made it this far, but it has been such a fun, busy day. I will start with Embarkation, smooth, didn't stop, just kept walking. It was great. I will say every port is a little different. So here you go through security and then you do the check-in, and then like instead of like going through the check-in and then like out, they have you go backwards. So just kind of follow directions. I will say the staff needs to know that you don't have to yell at us. You can't just simply say the directions. And I know it would probably be frustrating, but there's a lot of first timers too. But it was smooth. Just tell us the directions, don't yell them. But once we got on, met up with Mama D and Papa D, and it was great to see them, and they were excited to see us, so it was fun. Went and just kind of chilled in the schooner bar for a little bit, and then went to our rooms. After the rooms, went up to lunch in the solarium, which was amazing. Not busy at all. Pretty much had the selection that I would expect to be in the marketplace buffet. So that was really nice. Just less people, smaller space, more our speed. After that, went for a tour around the ship, just trying to find things and things like that. Found a lot of what we were looking for. And a lot of places that Mama D and Papa D haven't ever been on, even though they've been on the ship for, I think, 4 cruises now, 4 or 5. So they've been on a few, but they haven't been to like the flow rider, the zip line, things like that. But found everything we kind of wanted to find, and then it was time for the sail away party, and hands down the best sail away party I have ever been to on Royal. I will say they are totally stepping their game up on the sail away parties. Today's, we left after an hour and they were still going. They have a ton of entertainment staff that dance. They're in the pool. They're doing the shotgun, which is where they put some kind of liquor, champagne or shots or whatever, on like this squirt gun and then spray it into people's mouth. They did that. for a good like 20 minutes, and they were going all around the deck, pool, sides, up a level. It was awesome, but totally interactive. I really liked that they were in the pool with people and getting that interaction. A few of the different songs are different remixes, but it was the typical kind of playlist. But an hour for a royal sail away party, unheard of. Thumbs up, because you know my main thing for cruises is sail away parties and things like that, so A+. Then went to dinner, and Mama D and Papa D had our servers last week, so they kind of knew like their routine and things like that. The service was great. It was super quick. I would say we were out of there with like an hour, so super fast. And you know, on the first night I order like every appetizer and then the main course, but super fast. Went and just kind of chilled for a little bit in the Central Park area, listening to jazz, and then went up to our show reservation for the Aqua show. Aqua show, do not miss it. And make sure you go the first night, because then if it gets canceled because of weather or like injuries or things like that, that you've seen it, and then watch it whatever other nights you want to also, because every time you see it, you will see something different. They are totally diverting your attention to different things. So what you watch one time, don't watch the other time, and you'll see a totally different show. But it was a lot of fun. Definitely kept you entertained for the full time. Don't sit in the first 3 rows if you don't want to get wet, because they were soaking, those people at the show we went to. But it was really good. And then after that, we went to the All That, or like the welcome show in the main theater, and it was really cool. A lot of different like stage heights and aerials. They used drones, they used lasers, fog, tons of stuff. I will say the ending kind of was disappointing, just because it was kind of like it just stopped really quick, and didn't like leave you on a high note. So the ending was just kind of but the rest of the show was absolutely amazing. And it is a huge cast. So the entertainment staff between the Aqua show and the main production show that we watched tonight, it was crazy. Like the Aqua show has to have at least 30 to 40 people maybe, just by the time you get all the air list and the divers and all that. And then the dance, there's 20 dancers, 6 singers, and then they have air list. So huge cast for entertainment, but they definitely entertained. It was a lot of fun. After that, we then went to the piano bar, and hands down one of the most entertaining piano bars, and he does not care if there are kids there or who's there. It's kind of an all gloves off kind of night for the whole time, and it's a lot of fun, really entertaining. It does a few like parodies of songs that he makes lyrics to, so that's really fun. So make sure you listen. And then they had the like 80s, 90s, early 2000s show like on the promenade, and it was really cool. Watched it a little bit. It was like, I think they called it one-hit wonders, but I think some of them weren't one-hit wonders, but it was a lot of fun. We were actually on the rising bar during that time, so it was fun to see it from different heights and all that. And the rising bar, it's cool. I wouldn't spend the money to build it on a ship, because it doesn't really add that much, but it was fun. It took 10 minutes to go all the way from like one floor to the other. It was fun. It's a bar. But then went back to the piano bar and finished that set off, and then most of the group went to bed, and then Bart and I went to the club. We shut the club down, and then we went to the casino, and the casino is still popping, and it's 3 a.m. But we have officially called it a night, because I'm exhausted, he's exhausted, and we're ready for some sleep. But it has been an amazing day. Definitely some pluses as far as Royal. And it is a different vibe on this ship compared to the other ships, I will say that. This is more of like a party kind of less kid oriented, I would say, just in the things we went to. So definitely had fun, definitely made memories and not dreams, and lived every day as a gift because that's what it is, thanks to my donor. I will see you tomorrow for NASA, or what we are gonna make a day on the ship. So see you in the morning.